Hey guys, Crystal here. So, a first for me, I got fired today, and that has never ever happened. And to be honest, I'm just like an emotional wreck over the whole situation. Just a little backstory because I know you guys don't know where I've been working or what I've been doing, but you guys know that we're in Northern California and we're staying with two viewers who have kindly offered us their driveway. So we're staying in their driveway and incredibly thankful for that. Well, they knew that we were looking for jobs, and my husband got a job at a local store. Well, their daughter works privately for a lady who is in her 80s, and she's basically dying. Basically, her body is shutting down on her, and I offered to help relieve her at night because it's just her, and it's private, as in like I get paid every Friday with a personal check, not through a company or anything. So I offered to do it, and I met the lady and I met her brother. Now the lady's brother is her POA, like legal POA. So he has power of attorney over everything, medically, financially, and all that stuff. So he gets basically last decision is his no matter what. This lady who is really awesome. She is mentally very sharp. She's very strong-willed and independent and stubborn, and I admire her for that because she's worked really hard for everything that she has, and she's done a lot of stuff on her own. So I tend to get along with her really well because I understand where she's coming from. She's worked really hard and she doesn't want anyone bossing her around. So I just help her when she needs my help, and I don't treat her like a baby. And so she really likes that I don't treat her like a baby. So I go there at night and I relieve the girl who basically got me the job. So she got out of the hospital a few weeks ago, and the people that we're staying with, their daughter's been basically caring for her 24/7. And it's been really hard on her. And so she knew that I had a little bit of medical experience and offered me the job if I would meet with her brother, the client's brother, and the client, and see if I felt comfortable with that. And so I did. Both the client and her brother really liked me. They liked that I knew how to cook, and they liked that I had some medical knowledge. The person they had before me was just a housekeeper, and I mean, like, that was their profession, is just a housekeeper. And there's nothing wrong with being a housekeeper, except for in a situation like this, you want to have at least a little bit of medical knowledge. And so they let that girl go, and so I kind of just took her place. And so I just sleep on her couch and make sure that she's okay during the night. And, before she goes to bed, I'll give her a bath and help her with things that she otherwise wouldn't be able to do because she's so fragile. And keep in mind, she's like 96 pounds. So she's an 83-year-old, 96-pound woman. So very fragile, but very sharp mentally. Things had been going well, and I was getting very comfortable with knowing things, and honestly, the whole situation kind of helped me medically learn some things. Anyways, jump right to the point. Last night was really rough. At 2 a.m., she was having issues, like vertigo issues. Everything was spinning. She felt very disoriented and stuff like that. So I comforted her the best that I possibly could, and then she went back to sleep. And so at 4 in the morning, she, I believe, had a stroke. She was very stiff. She was blinked to the wall. She couldn't speak at all. She couldn't even recognize me. She didn't know who I was or where she was. And if I put her arms up in the air, one would just flop back down. She wasn't able to keep one up. Just your typical stroke symptoms. So what do I do? Because she was having a stroke, I immediately call 911. Like, immediately, my first thought was, when I walked into her bedroom and saw that, I picked up the phone and called 911 and told them they needed to get there now. After I hang up the phone with 911, I try to comfort her as best I possibly could, and do everything that I know what I should and shouldn't do. I called the girl who works the day shift, and she was on her way to relieve me anyways, and told her what was going on, and she got there very quickly. And I told her that I called 911 because she had a stroke. And yeah, I mean, like, classic stroke symptoms. Her half of her face was like slooped down, and it was just an obvious stroke. And when you're having a stroke, every second counts. So I thought that I was doing the right thing. Well, I guess I wasn't, according to her brother, who is the POA. And her brother was very upset that I called 911 and told me I should not have called 911. I should have just let her die. And I'm not joking. That's what he told me. For me to hear that from him was really hard. I know that I was doing the right thing. I know that calling 911 was the right thing. I know what I did was right. And I am so disgusted and sad that there are people out there like him who are power of attorneys over people like her who don't want to die. She doesn't want to die, and she wants to live, and she wants to, you know, live for a little bit longer. And so with him being in charge of everything, me calling 911 was not a good choice and cost me my job. Honestly, I was just shocked. I was shocked that he had a reaction like that, and I was shocked that he told me that I was wrong for calling 911. And I was disgusted with him and so sad for this woman whose own brother wants her to die. So I don't know. Been kind of a mess all morning. If I had to do it all over again, I would still call 911 and try to save her life. You know, she's in the hospital right now and she's doing a lot better, and they're monitoring her. So I feel like I made the right choice. The girl that works the day shift knows that I made the right choice, but you know, it's no one's choice but his to decide if I'm still going to continue to work there. And he made it very clear to me when I was hired that she has a DNR, and I totally 100% will respect the DNR. And for those of you who don't know, a DNR is do not resuscitate. So it's hanging on her fridge, and it's to be given to the ambulance in the hospital and whatever. And I'm fully aware of that. And I 100% respect her decision for signing the DNR. I totally respect that. But this wasn't a situation where she was just gone. This was a situation where she was having a stroke and needed medical help. And there was no way in the world I could just let someone just die from a stroke when I could have prevented that. So I was trying to explain to him that there was a difference between her peacefully going in her sleep and not being resuscitated, and having a stroke and dying from something like that. That's just horrible. I think that is inhumane. I think it is totally heartless, and I'm just shocked that people like that exist. I'm just shocked that he would think like that. So I lost my job. I don't care about the money, and I don't care about getting fired. I just care about this woman. Like, I feel for her so much. I cannot believe her own brother would be so heartless like that. It is really messing with me today. And it is hard for me to deal with a little bit today. But anyways, first time ever in my life that I got fired from a job, but I wouldn't take it back, and I would totally do it again. So that is how my morning is going. But thankfully, I'm just thankful she's okay right now. That's the update for right now. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.